Welcome to Hindsight Hacking. I'm Corey Carter.
And I'm Ron Cool, and we've talked to hundreds of entrepreneurs hacking their hindsight to give you better foresight.
And now we're bringing you those same great interviews along with other mindset hacks, visibility hacks, traffic hacks, and more to get you all the tools you need to gain more visibility and gain more traffic.
And of course, gain more sales. So head over to gethhm.com/toolbox to get all the free resources to help you get more.
And so, without further ado, let's get to it. All right, what is going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. And, we wanted to give a little tip today.
Tip.
Start the middle of the week off right.
Gotta love tips.
Yes. All right. So, short and sweet. I'm gonna share what this tip is, and then we're gonna talk about why. But visibility tip number one, we believe that you need a show. Now, why would I say that, Ron?
Okay, so I think we've been talking about this for the last couple of days, but it's about publishing and consistently publishing. And the best way to hold yourself accountable and to publish consistently is to have a show. And if you have a show and you're publishing consistently and you're holding yourself accountable, the byproduct is you get more visible, right?
Absolutely. So, what kind of show might one have? What are some options that a few people may have at their disposal?
So there's a whole bunch of different kinds of shows. You can have a TV show if you have a lot of money, and you know someone on the network, and you have to go through a bunch of approvals. That doesn't work. But the two that I recommend, how about that? We'll just stick with the two that I recommend. One is a podcast, right? Because a podcast kind of gets your feet wet. And the other one is a vodcast, which is what you guys are watching right now. If you have a group, your tribe, and you're going live in it, you're kind of doing it almost the same now. But what we want to do is package that up, make it a vodcast. It goes to YouTube. Then that vodcast turns into your very own podcast as well.
Yes. So having a vodcast, having a podcast, having a YouTube show, having an Instagram TV show, you can do any of it. But the key is consistency. The key is branding. The key is figuring out where can you share your message. So obviously we believe in podcasts and we believe in the vodcast style of doing this. We definitely believe in having it go directly to our YouTube, right? And so we accomplish all of it at once, but that's not for everyone. Some people can go just record a podcast and have that be their show. And we did that for many months in 2012 or 2020 before we started this live show. But from a visibility standpoint, it is the number one thing you can do. Now, it could be once a week. It could be twice a week. It could be 7 days a week. It could be twice a day. But it will never matter how many you do it if you don't do it consistently.
Right. And guys, oh my gosh, you always think you can do more than you can actually do. Right. Do not go more than 1 day a week until you have a month's worth of, or 30 days worth of episodes, in the bank. So now you have 30 weeks of shows. You can maybe add one more, but you can't stop interviewing
or conversations by yourself.
Exactly. So always stay ahead of the game so it doesn't create stress, because the whole point of having one of these is to have some fun, not to have stress.
Yes. Have some fun, share your message. And, in this vodcast style, it takes the friction away, right? We had our podcast and we knew we needed to give to our Facebook group. We knew we needed to be involved here in Facebook, and we knew we also needed YouTube. So what's the one way that we can accomplish all of that at the exact same time?
A vodcast.
A vodcast. A vodcast. So, Ron, how does one create a vodcast?
They call Corey.
Perfect. You can call Corey. Call me. On a serious note, right? Like
Right.
anybody can just go live, and it could be as simple as that if you need, right? Go live on IG, Instagram TV, go live on Facebook. But from a visibility standpoint, Ron, why do you recommend going a little further?
Because it makes you stand apart. It makes you unique. It makes you different than everybody else. Even if everyone else has something like this, your take, your brand, your whatever it is different. And it's going to be unique to your tribe because your people will see it differently. Just like we have multiple shows, we have this one, we have the Visibility Doctors, which looks completely different. We have Content Chop Shop, which looks completely different, but they're all vodcasts, right?
Yeah, they're all vodcasts, and the Content Chop Shop, like that, is strictly vodcast. It goes to YouTube, it goes to Facebook, but it does not live on iTunes.
Nope.
Right? Like it is strictly a visual show that helps with visibility.
Yep.
Right? So think about all the people. The Gary Vaynerchuk. I mean, he is visible because he was everywhere all the time, doing shows, doing live things.
Yep.
Right? All the big names have a way to be out there and be visible. Elon Musk, he doesn't necessarily have his own show, but he was out there and being visible as he was growing.
And he shut down Clubhouse the other day, which was crazy.
Yeah, that's a whole nother topic, a conversation we get into at some point. All right, so visibility tip number one, go figure out how to have a show. It could be super simple. It could be you just going live, but then do it consistently. Find a Monday morning at 8 a.m., go live for 20 minutes and talk about, a certain subject that fits your tribe, whatever it is. Or reach out to us and we can set up a vodcast for you that turns into multiple pieces of content like a podcast and on YouTube. And again, you see all of our stuff out there in the social media world. Like it all starts with the podcast.
Yep. Everything is very much here's the one piece of content that we commit to that gets broken up into 50, 60 pieces of content now.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yep. All right. So find a way to be frictionless, find a way to get your message out there, find a way to start a show. And honestly, last bit of advice on why a show, I don't know about you, but it's sometimes difficult to just think of topics to talk about if you're just going live. But if you have a show with a subject, with a specific guideline of what you would talk about, how much easier is it to actually know what to talk about?
Yep. It is so much easier, guys. And connect with us if you're having problems understanding what you should publish and how to publish, and just as simple on your social media. Here's a framework that we have that we would be more than happy to connect with you, walk you through it, and it's a freebie. So connect with us.
Yep. All right. So last thing, visibility tip number one, go find a show, however it is, but be consistent with it. Do it once a week. Do it whatever you can do. Be consistent. Get your message out there. Get your voice out there. And again, a full year of publishing consistently can change your life. So that's all for us today. Thank you so much for watching the Daily Hacked. And who knows, maybe we'll be back because we have visibility tip number 2 we might want to share today.
Yeah, and who knows how else will be visible today. So guys, enjoy your day. Go get visible. Thanks for being the best part of the Hindsight Hackers community.